Hey, what's going on, guys? This is my final battle, 2009 thoughts. Really, this is not going to be really a review, but I'm just going to kind of go run down the show and just tell you what I thought of it overall. I have to say, I'm very disappointed. I mean, for the first time that Ring of Honor will be broadcasted live on the internet or on a pay-per-view, I really thought they dropped the ball. Now, I'm not saying this is a bad show. I thought the first half was really good. You know, the Eddie Kingston match, Eddie Kingston Chris Hero match was very good. It's a lot better than what people are giving it credit for. I think it came off a lot better live. I thought Kingston got a standing ovation. It was just an excellent match. It was at least a 4-star match, so that was great. The Young Bucks versus Kevin Steen and El Generico was an amazing match. I thought that was the match of the night, actually. And Kevin Steen did a great job of swerving the fans. You know, he did an excellent job, and the turn was very well done. And the match with the Young Bucks was an awesome match. A lot of chemistry, just an excellent tag team match. And the opener was pretty good. The four-way was good. Even the Bobby Dempsey match was pretty good. So the first half was great. However, the second half was horrible. Really, for whatever reason, I think a lot of it had to do with the snow. A lot of people were nervous about finding out how to get home, or they were nervous about the bus situation or the driving situation. So the whole night was just a nightmare. It was just really bad timing for everyone, and I cannot believe they decided to book a 60-minute match for Austin Aries and Tyler Black. But let me talk about this first. All right, the Briscoes and the American Wolves was a very solid match. However, still, it wasn't the classic everyone was expecting. It was, you could tell a lot of these guys, you could tell Eddie was just still hurt. He's still hurting out there, and Mark Briscoe is just not the same Mark Briscoe. But, you know, give him credit, though. It was a very long match. It was pretty good. It was a good match. I just think for the first ever live pay-per-view, they should have went all out. Davey Richards tried to make it as intense as it could have been. He tried, but, you know, it just wasn't there. It just wasn't a classic. But, and, you know, Alex Kozlov and Rocky Romero had a pretty decent match, but the referee fucked up the finish, and it was just like, what the fuck just happened? So that was kind of disappointing. And then when Jack Evans and Teddy Hart, I really thought they kind of killed the crowd. They just tried to have a spot fest. And right before the 60-minute match, to do that, I really thought that was a bad idea. I mean, I know you want to give them the money's worth and everything, but, you know, I just think it was a little bit too much to digest. All right, so we get to the 60-minute match, and I really, you know, I said this a while back. I really thought, you know, having Tyler Black challenge Aries for the title, maybe anywhere else it would have been fine, but for New York City, I just didn't think it was going to go that well. And really, Tyler Black had a really bad night as far as, you know, crowd support. I mean, they were just all over him. They just hated every single thing that he did. Aries was stalling for time, and the pace was really good. You know, you got to give them credit. These two guys busted their ass. I tried to be as supportive as possible. However, in New York City, you know, they just have some really spoiled fans out there that just shitted on the match. People were chanting, "This match sucks." You know, Tyler Black, you're a fucking pussy. They were chanting Twinkies at Todd Sinclair. I mean, it was just a nightmare. It was just, I mean, the Ring of Honor fans, I'm not saying all the fans, but some of the fans in New York City are just so fucking stupid. I mean, this is what we've all been hoping for always to air live on a pay-per-view, and you're just going to disrespect it and not even support the fucking match. The two guys worked hard as hell. I mean, the pacing was almost just as good as Joe versus Punk 2. I mean, this was an excellent 60-minute match, but, you know, a crowd makes a match, and the crowd was just not there. They just weren't with them for whatever reason. You know, the crowd just shitted on this whole thing, and it just did not turn out good. You know, you could even see Adam Pearce. You know, he wasn't backstage, but he was visible. He had his headset on, and he looked very concerned and very, you know, baffled about what was going on. And but, you know, give Aries and Black credit, though. They did bust their ass, especially Tyler Black. He pulled out everything he could have done. The crowd, when you combine the snow and combine it with the fact that it is Final Battle and it's the biggest show, one of the biggest shows of the year, and we've already seen a great card from top to bottom. I just think you're asking for too much to book a 60-minute match. It's just way too much. If you look at all the great 60-minute matches, they've really taken place on shows like Edison, New Jersey, or Dayton, Ohio, or even Chicago. You know, usually the undercard for 60-minute matches is really toned down. This show that really wasn't the fact, or that really wasn't it. But overall, it was still a pretty good show. The Kings of Wrestling reunited. Yeah, Kevin Steen's heel turn. There were some pretty good matches, but the main event, the blow-off match, I don't think it left a good taste in people's mouths, and I'm just very disappointed that they decided to go in this direction. So, yeah, it was just a nightmare. It was just the whole weekend for me. Personally for me, it was really tough with the snow and everything, and I'm going through some personal issues as well. So it was just really, at the timing was just really bad to book a 60-minute match. But I really feel for Tyler Black and Austin Aries because they really busted their ass. But no one's going to remember this match. Hopefully, when the next time ROH does the live airing on the internet, they'll book something more appropriate. That casual fans will appreciate and and especially the live experience. Hopefully, the live crowd would give more respect to the main event. They totally shitted on this match. And people were fighting with each other in the crowds. They were chanting, "Shut the fuck up!" It was very mixed. Some people tried to give it credit, but other people just wanted to leave. Especially all the women in the crowd. All the women were bored as hell. So just bad timing. It was just very bad timing. But they probably booked this a week in advance, so you really can't blame them though. So, but like I said, I think Final Battle or any of the bigger shows, I think you're asking way too much for 60 minutes. So that's pretty much it. Still a good show, but for the first ever live pay-per-view airing on the internet, just a little bit disappointed with the direction they went. All right.